There's still a big question mark for this Chiefs defense in the middle of their defensive line as former All-Pro Chris Jones still battling a calf injury. He leads this team in sacks and practiced on Friday for the first time all week. Andy Reid does want to take a look at him on Saturday to get a better gauge of where he stands, but Reid also told me that he believes he doesn't want to put Chris Jones in a position to where he can hurt himself further or at the same time hurt the team. Jones still doesn't know what his status will be Sunday.
Still day-to-day. Just exhausting our resources with Rick, the training staff. Just continue to build up to Sunday and see how I feel. I've never been through this type of issue, so I just make sure that I bear with Rick. They got a good understanding. They've seen this multiple times, so whatever they tell me to do, I try to do it to my best ability.
Really, the only other injury the Chiefs are concerned about is star tight end Travis Kelce, who had 3 touchdowns last Sunday in the divisional round as he battled through a knee and hamstring injury. But Andy Reid told us today there is no doubt that Kelce is playing on Sunday. And my understanding is they actually believe he's in a better spot health-wise this week than he was last week going into the divisional round.
So that is good news. We'll see if this is also Chiefs apparently looking for every edge that they can get here. Have managed to get a Patrick Mahomes jersey to the Pope.
I ain't mad at you.
That's
Looking for all the
Bishop
edges.
James Johnston of Kansas City presenting him with the signed jersey yesterday. We'll see if that leads to any kind of divine intervention on
Sunday. It worked for the Saints, didn't it?
In the Chiefs'
a little bit.
second straight AFC Championship game.
And you're more comfortable going into it. It's not a situation that you haven't been in. We've been here before in this exact situation here at Arrowhead, playing in front of our crowd, and we're just gonna have to start fast. It's as simple as that.
You gotta stop the run, gotta force as many third downs as possible, and gotta execute. It's championship football. Anytime championship football being played, execution becomes key. The details, everything small, it becomes highlighted.
It's magnified in these type of games. Everybody watching. There's only like 4 teams left. It's going to really be a magnified game, and those are the type of games you live for and you want to play for.
You just got to go out there and just try to hit them, man. Like, it's football. It's that time of the year. Like, everybody trying to win a championship. So I don't care how big you is. You got to go out there and play, man.
Reggie Ragland answering the ever-present question this week. How do you stop Derrick Henry? And I'm not sure we've settled on an acceptable answer to that question. Yeah. But, David, he's not the only guy in this game that is going to be a nightmare to defend.
Yeah, there's a couple of guys in this game that you just can't X and O. You just can't go out there and scheme ups. Like Derrick Henry is one of those guys. But Patrick Mahomes is one of those guys because he does things from the quarterback position. When I'm watching him, I say, oh, okay, he's backpedaling. It should be a check down here. And no, then a 30-yard gain. So he makes some throws that are so off schedule and so not the norm that you just kind of think, well, how do you stop this guy? I mean, these are all third down plays. All these plays I went through and looked at 3rd and 10, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 9. There's pressure. He just buys time. Touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. He just makes plays that you just don't teach people how to make. And he just jump pass over the middle, ends up breaking this game wide open to Mecole Hardman. So when I look at it, I'm like, okay, schematically, I think that the Titans will have a good plan. I think they'll play good defense. But then he does things like that, and those were all from one game. There's 5 plays there where he just did stuff that you just shouldn't be able to do. And how do you game plan for that? That's the X factor for me.
I was just watching that Travis Kelce touchdown in the highlight while he was talking. I mean, it's just silly.
It is silly.
The throws that he makes.
Yeah, because you shouldn't do some of the things that he does, but he's able to get away with it. So you just say, hey, keep doing it.
But that's why the Titans have a chance. And
they do, though.
And this is why I'm talking about when you have a quarterback that makes those types of throws off balance across the field, he gives the defense a chance,
absolutely,
an opportunity to make some plays. Last time they played, the Titans had a few right in the basket that they dropped that Mahomes gave to them. You got to make these kind of plays. So he's going to give you some chances.
That was the first play of the game.
First play of the game, right? So look at this. So when you play a team like this, and the Titans, the last couple of weeks, they've only given up 12.5 points per game, right? They'll give up a ton of yards, but they're really good on third down. They're really good on keeping you off the scoreboard. And so that's why I like the Titans in this game. This defense will bend, they won't break, and Patrick Mahomes will throw a pick. Maybe multiple picks, and give them a chance.
You're starting with the bold predictions
That's
early.
already.
Just right out of the gate. We know who he's picking. We know what he thinks is going to happen.
All the evidence is leading that way.
Though. I mean, he'll throw you 2 or 3.
There you go. You just got to catch him. You got to catch him.
You know, another guy that's going to be throwing in this game that we maybe should not overlook is a certain guy named Ryan Tannehill, who took home a couple of pretty big awards today. The Pro Football Writers Association's Comeback Player of the Year award and their Most Improved Player award. It's not often that a player wins both of those awards in the same year. In fact, John Kitna back in 2003 is the only other player to have done it. Also notable today out of Tennessee, Adam Humphries' participation in practice. Remember, he caught the game-winning touchdown last time against the Chiefs, but he's missed the last 6 games with an ankle injury. According to Vrabel, he will travel for this game, and Humphries talked today as if he plans on playing. As for the team that Tennessee beat last week, John Harbaugh held his end-of-season press conference today, and he admitted that the Ravens are still trying to figure out what exactly went wrong for them in that game and whether or not it had anything to do with them resting their players in Week 17.
Right now, if I had to do it today and this next year, we're in a situation, if we're God willing, we're in the same situation, I'll probably go the other way, in all honesty. Now, when that comes up, and you're blasting me for, risking our guys, I won't second guess it then either.
His meeting with Derrick Henry, who's giving our guy here a run for his money in the rushing yards per game category. But this is only through 4 playoff starts, TD. He's still trailing your all-time postseason average.
Oh, good.
Just
good,
not by
good.
much.
Okay.
Will he keep it going against the Chiefs? TD and David, who has the edge presented by Volvo?
Well, let's tell you, Lindsay. Right now, as we look at it, we got some good matchups in the playoffs, good run games. And on the defensive side of the ball, Kansas Chiefs have been playing pretty good. They're facing Derrick Henry in that offensive line, and that's been pretty good. So as you see it, who has the edge in this one?
I'm going to give a slight edge here to King Henry and this offensive line for the Tennessee Titans. Let me show you something. Let's go back to the wild card round versus the New England Patriots. Let me show you the interior line and how good these are. Let me focus on these 3 guys right there. That there is Nate Davis right there. That is Ben Jones. And then right there on the other side is Saffold. Watch what happens when this ball is ran. Look at that seam.
Oh, my goodness.
Look at that. That's what they've been so good at. And look at this. All these guys are sticking to their defenders.
I could give you 3 yards right there, TD.
I'm sure you could. I'm sure you could. You can't get a touchdown, but 3 yards is fine.
That's all you need.
And once that happens, you know what? Let's give him a little party at the end of that play right there. Okay, let's go to the next play here. I want you guys to watch this. Watch the rookie over here and Nate Davis. No relationship, by the way. It might be my cousin. But watch what happens when this play is going forward. Look at the push right there on Wise. And look how far they go. Again, look at that seam that they're creating for Derrick Henry. This is inside the A-gap. That's an interior side of the offensive line. And again, get some contact pushes for more yards.
That's impressive.
And again, I like to throw a little party at the end of that.
Of course, it's party. When you can run inside in the A-gap and get 8 yards of push by your right guard, that's pretty special.
Absolutely. He's been doing that all season long.
Yeah, it's impressive. So when you look on the NFC side, 2 good matchups as well. You got Aaron Jones, who's been running all over the place. Then you got a core of guys in San Francisco, including not pictured Kyle Juszczyk. So how do you see this one shaking out? Who has the edge here?
I have the Niners with taking the edge here. These 3 guys, all over 600 rushing yards, regular season and postseason. You talk about Juszczyk. Let me show you how good they are and what they do. So they use a lot of formations, motions. You see that little jet sweep behind there? Smoke and mirrors. And Mostert comes right up the middle for a nice gain. No hesitation. Big gain there. Look at this play. Oh, who is that? Is that Juszczyk in the back there? Okay. Got the little motion away from it. And what happens? Get the ball going that way. Left.
I like that little action by Garoppolo,
nice.
Too. Pump fake.
Quarterbacks are responsible for that holding the back in that play there. Now, look at it. Is that Kittle? Is that Kittle in the back? Kittle. Is he at fullback? Watch what happens. He's going to fake the block, sneak out to the flats, catches the ball, picks up the first down.
So
versatile. You got George Kittle, Juszczyk. You got the 3 backs in the backfield. The Niners, they do so much with their running backs. I give them the edge in this match.
Yeah, because it is pretty straightforward with the Packers, but these guys just do so much.
Yeah, I like Aaron Jones.
No, for sure, but there's just so much to look at with all the different smoke and mirrors that we talked about, and then still they're very physical as well. So
absolutely.
Anyway, that's how we see it, or at least how TD sees it.
Who's going to Miami? We are just 2 days away now from the games that will decide that very thing. The conference championship games in Kansas City and Santa Clara right around the corner. And we've got your viewers guide coming up on NFL Total Access with game picks from Terrell Davis and David Carr, who disagree about one of the games, and we'll see about the other. I'm Lindsay Rhodes. Let's get right to it. 4 practices today. The last official practices of the week. Packers and Titans traveling tomorrow, got in their last bit of work at home today with a well-attended practice in Green Bay. All 53 players on the field honing a game plan that they hope will be more successful than the one they last brought to Santa Clara in a Week 12 29-point loss.
Well, I think we all like the plan. There's been, a good week of practice. Obviously, I don't think it was the plan's fault last